Ho, ho, ho. Santa here. You know, the true spirit of Christmas is giving, and my friend Danny McGee knows that very well. His annual toy run with the Agape Projects helps bring joy to children who need it most. But to reach this year's $80,000 goal, we need everyone's help. So grab your cocoa, hop online, and make your donation at theagapeprojects.org. Together, let's fill hearts and stockings with love. Hey everyone, it's Rich Bennett. Can you believe it? The show is turning 10 this year. I am so grateful for each and every one of you who've tuned in, shared an episode, or even joined the conversation over the years. You're the reason that this podcast has grown into what it is today. Together, we've shared laughs, tears, and moments that truly matter. So I want to thank you for being part of this journey. Let's make the next 10 years even better.
Coming to you from the Freedom Federal Credit Union Studios, Harford County Living presents Conversations with Rich Bennett.
Slow pitch fast
It's probably the least sexy part of the organizing. No. The truth is,
I am joined by my lovely co-host, Michelle, today, and we have a special guest on that, God, I haven't seen in a long time. And she walked in and she goes, I know you. I'm like, uh-oh. You know, that's always, look, I'm sorry, but when a young woman says, I know you, that's always scary as hell. We are joined by Diana Liberto Grove, who is founder
and president
of Shifting Gears, which is not what I thought it was, which is a local 501c3. And we're going to find out more about that and about Diana first. So first of all, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
So who the hell's Diana?
Well,
Besides somebody who scared the shit out of me when you came in and said, I know you. What? No, I'm joking.
That's so funny.
Dad!
Maybe no.
What?
My name is Diana. I have
Sorry, I'm doing the math.
Yeah, you are over there. I have lived in Harford County since I was about 16. I came to Harford County from Baltimore County. I went to John Carroll High School. And that's how I know you. So you just forgot. I looked a lot younger then. But
so did I.
I know. But your name is synonymous. Like everyone knows who you are.
That's scary.
I know. It is. It is scary.
Everyone.
So,
I get my picture hung up at the post office one time. No, I'm joking. I think.
With wanted printed below it.
Yeah, exactly. But basically, once my husband and I got married, we weren't sure if we wanted to have biological children. People always ask us how we got into foster care. And I kind of say one day we were watching a show on ABC Family called The Fosters. It was about a family that fostered teenagers. And we were of course, it highlights all the crazy things they get into.
Right.
And we kind of looked at each other and we're like, we could do that. I'm a local high school teacher in the county, so I primarily deal with teenagers, high schoolers age. And so my husband says in true Diana fashion, we looked at each other and said we could do that. And within 48 hours, we were at our first meeting, our first training session.
Oh my gosh.
So I made the calls.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a informational session at the public library. We went and then we did the classes. And
You
so
found something that quick.
I mean, I don't mess around. Right?
Rich, I would
but
like to introduce you to in true Diana fashion.
Yeah.
But no,
She wants
Like
something
that.
done, it gets
Yeah.
done.
But within 48 hours, they had a thing
It just
at the
so
library,
happened
too?
that there was one at the library. Yeah.
Wow.
It would just so happen the timing worked. There was an informational session.
She would have
So,
found one if there wasn't.
Yeah. I had made some phone calls and I wasn't getting anywhere at first. And then actually there was a girl I was tutoring and her mom was a social worker and she was like, hey, I think there's a meeting at the library. And so it just all worked out. We did the classes. They take about 6 months for anybody that's interested in becoming a foster parent. And our house opened on August 3rd in 2018 at 8 a.m. And at 8:01, we got a phone call saying, we have the perfect girl for you. And I swear they say that for everyone. But our daughter, Destiny, came to us that day and has been with us ever since. We adopted her in 2020.
And how old was she when you
She was
adopted?
15 when she came. She's 22 now. So we primarily foster teenage girls because in the county, once you kind of start with teenagers, you kind of do one sex just to play it safe with everybody. And
Makes
so,
sense.
yeah, you just don't want anything to happen and then they have to be separated. So that's not ideal. So we started fostering teenagers, and then I realized in Harford County, we don't have a ton of homes that take in teenagers. If I'm being honest, most people want the cute little babies that don't talk back. But they eventually will. Let me remind you of that.
Yeah, they all get older.
Yeah. So then we started finding ways to expand our home. Our house is actually currently under construction. So right now we have 3 well, they're not even teenagers anymore. Our girls right now are 20, 22, and 22. But we got them all around 15 and 16.
Wow.
And so we're expanding our house so that we can take in 2 more. So we're working on construction right now. But because I knew there was many teenagers that needed help, I started working at our local group home. Most people don't know in Harford County, we do have a local girls group home. And it houses foster teens that we can't find a home for. And we have a smaller local boys one in Harford County too, but it's much smaller.
If you don't mind, what's the name? Is one of them Arrow?
Arrow is the one.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and they have a couple locations. So we started working with them. And then also through my own process, I realized that when my girls aged out of care, it's kind of like, see ya. I mean, they try to set you up for success, but the world's tough now. So Shifting Gears' main purpose is to help kids shift from being in the system to out of the system. We want to primarily focus on 16 to 25-year-olds, 16 to 18 to 21 while they're still in care, developing that relationship so they trust us, and that when they choose to age out of care, which we encourage they stay till 21, that we help them find housing, jobs, finish up education that needs to be finished, get driver's license, have all their documents, life soft skills, good mental health activities, creative outlets, those kind of things. So that's the point of Shifting Gears and where we are. We want to work with both all people. We're not just a for girls organization, but right now we do most of our clientele that we work with are females, just because that was easier to get in with Arrow being a female group home. But we are here for anyone who was in care at one time in their life. Because then they can hang out with people that have similar experiences with them. So, right now, people are reaching out to us that, aged out of care, a couple years ago, hear about us and say, hey, I could really use help with X, Y, and Z. And then we see how we can make that help happen.
So are you working with any other nonprofits in the area?
So there's plenty of great nonprofits. There's one I was actually speaking with today called the Become Project. She works particularly with females who age out on individual basis, getting them things. And then we talk with CASA, which is the court-appointed sport advocate. And so we're going to continue to work with them because they support, foster youth in the county. So there's plenty that we're going to connect with and continue to connect with. But we do have some big goals, big dreams. Our ultimate dream is, I know it may be difficult in Harford County, but if I had to close my eyes and pick something, I would love like a community of tiny homes where girls can, girls and guys.
Never.
I know, because we want them to feel the independence of aging out of care, but with help nearby. And so that's one of our goals is having housing.
Well, you think about it, because the key thing there, you said tiny homes, which means you don't need a lot of property.
No, we do not. We do not need a lot of space. We don't. The girls, particularly I work with, but the girls and guys in groups homes, they're used to living with a lot of people, and we want to give them that independence, but we want to have staff nearby to help. I mean, just the other day, someone called me and said, Miss Diana, can you help me with my direct deposit form, right? They don't have someone to call, or the insurance information, or I need to go to this doctor. We want to be their point of contact to help with those things and answer those questions.
Well, and I think more than a point of contact, which I just want to say we volunteer with you guys, and I'm so excited that Clever Cat and us personally we can help support, because that just makes me so happy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But I think more than a point of contact, you also provide a wonderful level of trust. They have that person that they can call. They have the startings of that community with Shifting Gears, as well as the other foster youth that they come in contact through you guys. I think that level of trust is something that you need as an adult. I know I went through a period as an adult that I didn't have that, and that was quite an issue. But for these kids, they need that.
And they have walls up, right? They're kind of sick of trusting people that let them down. And so that's why we're starting at 16. Some of the things we do at the group home right now, we have a book club. We do Sunday dinners. So we get someone to sponsor our Sunday dinner. So we're always looking for restaurants, catering company, or just people, moms that love to cook, dads that love to cook, to sponsor a Sunday dinner. And I go in there with a couple other board members. We provide them dinner on Sunday, hang out, communicate, play board games. They usually don't want us to leave. And just kind of hang out. And so again, they know who I am, and we build that trust together, build that attachment. We are going to, in the fall, be providing tutoring for all the girls and guys. We're working on a partnership with Premier Driving School in Bel Air to help get them driver's license. Our current second big dream is we basically want to have an adult boys and girls club where, 16 to 25-year-olds, it's open. They can come hang out. It has, a gaming area, a book nook, crafting area. And so we are looking at spaces now, and we're getting very excited about those spaces.
You know what I think you need?
What?
Seriously. I mean, because everything that you're explaining is a community.
100%.
If you get enough property to where you could put those tiny homes, a bunch of tiny homes on that property, that I guess you could say community center,
right? 100%.
Offices for your staff, right there.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah, no, it's definitely.
What's one of them tiny homes are on?
I don't know, but in Harford County, there are a lot of laws against them.
What about Baltimore County?
We're going to keep looking. I know. I'm pretty sure it's Anne Arundel. Don't quote me on that. That just passed. If you have over an acre, you can put a tiny home on your property.
Oh, that's right. I think Harford County just passed that thing where you. But that's if you have a house on the property,
which is also ideal because, again, we don't necessarily. If we could find people that were willing to put tiny homes on their property and not sponsor the girl, but again, then there's an adult nearby, right? If they needed something, they would be there. And again, because we don't need necessarily, we can have a space where they all congregate, right? It doesn't have to be where their house necessarily is, but there is a lot of options to make this happen.
I was going to say, do it like a developer does. Developers go in, they buy that property, then they put it in plots, and that's where the houses go. So if you did that, there'd be smaller plots for the tiny houses.
Right. Well,
I don't think there's a law against that in Harford County.
We even looked at, there's a like a mobile trailer home right in Churchville, and I looked at a house there, and I thought a little mobile home. It was so cute. Reasonably priced, and I said, like, can I rent this? And he was like, no, how it's set up, the owners have to live there. But I was like, how do I just create my own mobile trailer home, community? Like, how do I make that happen? Because I was even thinking it's perfect for my, adult children one day because it's affordable, close in town, like it is an option out there. So we are looking. We also want to eventually, like I was talking to you before, Rich, about a emergency homeless shelter for these girls, because the stats are staggering. About 60 to 70% of kids after they age out of foster care in this state, end up homeless, in jail, pregnant, like all the things that make our life a lot more difficult. And we don't have a shelter where people can just walk into. And
Which
so,
is a shame.
Right. And so put a roof on our bed, especially we know in our extreme weather conditions that we have here,
Oh, yeah.
because we have it. And so we want to build a space where they can come, whether it's stay a week until we can get you another solution, but we want a roof over your head immediately. So these are all of our dream big goals. Like we just started in January of this year, but we have so much in the works, currently working on grants for things, and just really excited about where it's going to go.
All right. So what are your plans for fundraisers? Because you can't rely on grants all the time.
Right. So we had our first fundraiser in May, which was a tea, and it went well, tea for teens. It was so fun. Everyone had a great time. Teen. See? But it was for anybody, but it supported the teen. But October 3rd, we're having a basket bingo at the Foston Fire Hall. Tickets are almost sold out, literally single digits of tickets left.
Oh, yeah.
But we're still looking for sponsors. So if anybody is ever out there interested in sponsoring any of our events. So we do have that fundraiser coming.
That can become an annual event.
Yes, 100%. We're so excited.
Did we sponsor that yet?
No, get on that, girl.
Oh my God. You should talk to my founder.
I know. I should work on that.
Have your people talk to my people.
Yeah. We're also really excited. We were just talking to some of the girls at the group home and some other, a lot of nonprofits have like a little shop for the girls as a creative outlet to make things and sell things. So we already are in the works. We're hoping by 2026 that we have, a shop of some basic items, get the girls in consignment shops, but teach them how to soft skills, right? How to make a Facebook business page, how to sell items, how to buy what you need and what we're going to sell it for, and make commission. They can make commission on the items that they make, but we know the creative outlet is so good for mental health and coping skills. So we're really hoping to teach them some skills like crocheting and sewing and cricketing and painting and sanding and using power tools to cut wood. So we're really excited about that. We're even excited if we get a new location about having like a community garden and teaching them that skill.
Smart.
Whatever they want to learn, we're happy to teach them. And then they can, again, use it as a mental health strategy, but also potentially make some money.
From what I know, there are some, at least I know of one, community gardens where they can always volunteer at.
And that's what we're really excited about. But we're just excited to get them involved in things that they enjoy.
Is there a foster care month?
There is.
Oh, there
was
is?
in May, yeah.
It's in May?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, since you're a new nonprofit and since, you went to John Carroll.
Plus, I know him and I have secrets about him.
What? Don't listen to whatever Jennifer tells you.
Oh.
Definitely don't listen to whatever my sister Robin tells you. No, so...
Can we get Robin on the phone?
Yeah.
No. So we're doing our first podathon.
Okay.
If that goes over well, I would love to do one to raise funds for you.
That would be amazing. Yeah.
Because I know I've had a lot of people on talking about foster care.
Yeah.
And we can do several of them for that.
That would be amazing.
And even get some of the...
They would love to come on.
Yeah.
They would love to. But any of them that are 18 or older, I can get on, no problem.
Right.
And they...
Yeah, because the little ones will take over the show.
Oh, they will.
Oh, my God, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in a heartbeat.
Yeah. But the 18-year-olds do like to talk, too. And they like to, get their story out and tell.
It's important.
Right. And these people are part of our community. And unfortunately, their past is not their fault.
No.
But it is, like we said, it is their burden. They have to figure out how to deal with it. And we want to give them the skills to be able to overcome their traumas, be successful, find what they love, and realize that this community we live in is wonderful, right?
Yeah.
To be able, like you mentioned earlier, to trust people.
Yes.
Because a lot of them even grew up in homes where their parents were so scared to trust people because people had failed them too, right? It's a cycle. So we really just want to show that community gets together. And really that's how the nonprofit, it started for so many reasons. But when my husband and I were helping teens, we took in a girl for respite that was going to college at Frostburg. When she was in high school, she was getting A's. She went to college and failed out. And she needed somewhere to go to for spring break. And so she came to our house, we took her on vacation, we did all the things with her. And I realized, again, I can't imagine going away to college with basically zero support.
Yeah.
No one to call. I can't tell you how many times I called my mom crying as a math major and being like, I can't do this. Everybody's smarter than me. And just my mom talking me off the ledge, right? And she was a wonderful young lady. And so then the next year she was going to try again, school. And I was like, you know what I loved about school? Fun school supplies. Like I love just the fun stuff, like not the boring stuff. And so I did a school supply drive for teenagers. I was like, I don't want dumb stuff. Like I want cute pens and a fun pencil case. And I want like a little desk organizer. And I lived in a townhouse at the time. And I'll never forget, I posted about it. I posted her story. And at least 3 times in the first week that I posted the fundraiser, the mail truck came to my house just filled with donations for me. It was
awesome.
A one-stop shop.
Oh, my God.
You should have saw my townhouse. It was packed. And so ever since then, we started doing the back-to-school drive, which I'm actually doing next Sunday with St. Francis de Sales in Abingdon. They decided to help sponsor us this year, and their youth group is going to help us pack all the bags, which we're so excited about. But then we started doing Christmas, and we got tons of donations at Christmas time to sponsor each girl, allowed them to give a wish list.
Wow.
And it's been fun. And watching this community support that, I was like, that's what gave me the final push I needed to be like, it's time to support this nonprofit. So me and my co-founder, her name is Nicole. She has fostered and adopted 3 younger girls through foster care. We were like, it's time. We need this. It's time. We're just going to get started and see what happens. And really, the people that have already volunteered to be on our board and our community chairs, and people that have volunteered to help and are messaging me all the time, I can offer this, this, and this. So that's why we're working at, I don't know, the fastest pace. You know what I mean?
Speed of light at this point.
Right. Every day, something new is happening. I couldn't sleep. We literally looked at a place yesterday, and I'm excited. We're going back tomorrow for potential. I couldn't sleep last night. I was so excited about thinking about all the things we could do. Maybe I'm a kid in a candy shop with it.
I think you might be.
I know.
But I think that comes through. You genuinely just want to help the kids.
Well, I said to my husband, he was like, then we can do the community garden. He was excited about all the things we could
That's
do
amazing.
with them.
All right, so you and Nicole just started this in January.
Yeah, we've been working together and doing things not through nonprofit like the Back to School Drive, Christmas, for about 7 years. We've been doing those things just out of our own home, asking the community, posting on Facebook, friends and family helping, but officially 501c the beginning of January 2026.
And you
2025.
And you both have regular full-time jobs?
Yes.
I want to give a huge shout out to a key player behind the scenes of the show, Freedom Federal Credit Union. Running a podcast involves more than just microphones and stories. It requires solid financial management. And that's where Freedom Federal Credit Union comes in. They're not just a credit union. They're a community partner that I trust deeply. Their support helps us keep bringing you the stories you love episode after episode. And what really sets Freedom Federal Credit Union apart is their dedication to local businesses. They offer everything from business loans to incredible resources, ensuring companies like mine thrive. And it's all wrapped in top-notch customer service. So if you're a business owner looking for a financial institution that supports your goals and invests in our community, I can't recommend Freedom Federal Credit Union enough. Swing by their site at freedomfcu.org or give them a call at 1-800-440-4120. All right, so how soon would you like to see yourself and Nicole be to where it's time to walk away from your full-time job because this has become full-time?
Well, I think Nicole would do it as soon as possible.
Okay.
I was going to say, how about yesterday?
How about yesterday? The only reason I say no is I got 20 years in with teaching, and I really got to get those last 10. That state retirement.
Okay.
But Nicole would
makes sense
for me being a teacher. So this summer I got so much done. Yeah, I got so. I mean, I would still consider it, but I do love my job. But I love this too. And honestly, having the summer off, I've gotten so much done this summer.
Yeah.
But yes, she would be as soon as possible.
And for you, it's a good retirement thing to fall.
Oh, 100%. We would do it forever.
And I bring that up because I think where a lot of people start a nonprofit, but they don't run it as a business.
Right. And
you have to run it as a business.
Right. We've talked about that.
Okay, good.
We have talked about that and just everything because it needs to continue. We want it to continue forever when I'm gone. And right. And we have to set up that foundation and what makes it work. And that's another reason why we've been connecting with other nonprofits to help us with what works and what doesn't work.
All right. So a lot of people that decide they want to start a 501c3 and, in Harford County Living, I always feature one a week. And I've gotten burned a couple of times because come to find out they weren't 501c3. I've contacted someone, they said it's going to take at least a year and so forth. How long did it take you to get that 501c3?
So there's a new path that's called the Easy 990.
Okay.
And so we chose that path. It still took longer than they said. So I think they originally told us it could be within a month, but it took us about 3 months.
That's pretty fast.
So, but the difference of it is we have a limit on how much we can raise the first 3 years. But we just wanted to get it so we could get started. And so that was what was important for us. And honestly, nothing I say is set in stone, so I don't really know all the rules. But after researching it, we've learned that there are nonprofits that go over the amount. You just have to properly document it all. And so we're hopeful about that.
But you can also change your status
it's not a clear process on how to do that. We're working with finding people to help.
Yeah.
But it seems like the status kind of, I believe, naturally will change after 3 years. We're working with CPA on trying to figure all of that out. But that was important to us to have it. I mean, we were grateful that the community was donating things without it, but obviously we know it helps everyone, and we want everybody to benefit from that.
Yeah, I know it took us 6 months.
Yeah.
But we didn't do the easy path.
Yeah.
But 6 months is pretty good.
Yeah. But the form is long. Even the regular form. The
you
form
need
is
a
long.
lawyer.
You do. And when we luckily we have
honesty.
one on the board now, but also they ask you questions that you're like, well, right now, like, they'll ask you questions like, do you have a paid position? Well, right now we don't, but we hope you want, like, it's like, can I write no? Can I, like, you do need, and it is hard to find a tax person that specializes in nonprofits because it is difficult. We're still kind of, headhunting for like what we, the perfect person for that.
Now, how many people you have on the board?
So we have 7 positions on the board. We have one that still needs to be filled, which is insurance person. So if anybody's looking to volunteer, we are always looking for someone to help us with insurance. And then we have a lot of committee chair positions.
Okay.
So that's where Michelle comes in as social media, and Mitchell as our tech person. We have a grant writer. We have a monthly chair, activity chair. But then here in the near future, we'll probably, once we get a place, looking for like a business or a place, we'll look for a building director. But when we start our little shop, maybe like a business director to kind of help lead the girls with that.
Right.
So,
okay.
We are looking for volunteers. We just had our first volunteer training because we do need our volunteers to go through some training, fingerprinting, and fill out a background form, just because we are dealing with vulnerable youth. But both things are quick and easy to get done. And our next volunteer meeting is in September. Check out our website, shiftinggearsmd.org, to see the date and time, and it's virtual.
It'll be on socials too.
Yes, Nicole runs our volunteer sessions. And again, it's just because our volunteers we need people to help, like I said, with Sunday dinners, but also to drive youth places, which requires a little bit of different training if you're going to work hand in hand. We need tutors. We need people to pick up things for youth and take it to them. So any skills you have or time, and we'll take people that are willing to volunteer, once a month to every day, so don't be shy, fill out our form, and we'll just be posting. Mitchell's going to help us with some kind of software where the foster kids or youth that are in or out can post their needs, and then one of our volunteers can respond to it.
That's a great idea.
So quick and easy, so then I don't have to be the middle person anymore.
Because I was going to ask you if there's like a care closet or anything.
We do have a care closet. We're always taking donations for basic needs. The kids can come in anytime. We do try to keep most things new in our closet, so they can kind of shop new things, because they do get a good amount of hand-me-downs.
Right.
But we do have from hair products to basic hygiene, but some clothes, hats, winter gears, all that kind of stuff.
And that's where either cash donations or even gift cards
100 help.
Real handy.
Help a lot, yeah.
Wait, all right, so here's a scary question for Michelle.
Oh, no.
How did you find out about Diana and Shifting Gears?
My husband.
How did he find out? All right, I know I should have had him on.
He
instead
knew.
of you.
No, he's at work. Okay. He's always.
Yeah,
he's
tell
his real
his story,
job.
why it connects.
So he knew somebody. Who did he know?
I don't know how he found us, to be honest.
He knew somebody and found out you were looking for a tech guy or girl.
That's so funny.
And it was somebody that worked at Mountain with him.
Really?
Yeah. And he was like, oh, this looks neat. And he actually eventually wants to start his own nonprofit that's complementary to Shifting Gears. And he wanted experience in the nonprofit world, not on the marketing side, and getting his hands wet and just really understanding the nonprofit world. So he decided that he was going to volunteer to be the chair. And then I got involved because, well, we're a team. And I noticed the need for social media. And I looked on the website and I was like, oh, social media director. there's no one's picture there and it says it's not filled.
Yeah.
And so I sat on it for a while because it was Mitchell's thing. And I try to let him have his things. But he has his own things he does on his own. So then I talked to Diana. We had a few conversations and we talked and
the world's so small. Like I
it's
learned
so
that
tiny.
I used to be a director for Tupperware for like 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
Director
You know
for
my mom.
what?
Tupperware for the state of
Tupperware.
Maryland.
She was my mom's Tupperware
Yes.
lady.
And so we ran that connection. Plus, I dealt with Mitchell's mom a lot at Freedom when I was changing bank accounts because being a teacher, she would come to our school and talk. So then I'm like, wait, you two go together? Like, it's a small world. Harford County is a small place.
Wait a minute, Tupperware's still around?
Hey, people always say that. And then
My mom was really sad that you're not a Tupperware lady.
my dad actually still continues with our loyal clients. He like keeps it up if
I'll let her
anybody
know.
needs anything because he was like, what are you going to do? You're going to leave all your people behind? So he still actively takes care of my Facebook page and just does local. Like we don't do anything
Okay,
new
good.
with like a lot of new customers, but a lot of like our old customers.
I
are just
did
tried
not
and true.
realize I was still around.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. My
50
mom
years.
loves it.
Yeah.
No, you couldn't beat it.
Yeah, you got it.
It's amazing.
I remember
still there.
growing up as a kid. I mean, I'm afraid I think somehow or another there may still be some old Tupperware
I'm sure there
bowls
is.
in the house.
I'm sure. Turn it upside down.
They're like
something.
Pyrex.
Yeah, they never- they don't-
They
yeah.
last forever.
Yeah.
Never die.
Yeah, nope, they don't tell you, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom
So
told
that's
me
it.
that.
Yeah,
It was
that's how
really
we kind
funny.
of all connected. And Mitchell had they fostered when
His
he was
mom fostered over 40 kids. They were emergency placement in Georgia. They were the only emergency placement house in their county.
Wow.
So they would get calls at 2 a.m.
Mhm.
for, tiny little newborns and preemies. And I mean, they had teenagers all the
Yeah.
way down to newborns and everything in between.
So it was really the perfect fit for him. I needed someone to help with tech. He's good at that. His family already has a passion for foster care too. So really, it's been a perfect fit.
And I just love everybody.
Yeah, she does. She's
Except-
easy to talk
yeah.
to.
I love you, Rich. I just love you differently.
The one thing with foster children, and I've said this before with somebody else I was talking to, and it is sad to see the numbers of children that need foster homes.
Mhm.
And people will turn their heads, but they have no problem adopting an animal.
I know.
It's like, you have kids out there that need it. And
Mhm.
and here's the thing, like you said, is it 18 when they age
They
out?
actually, Maryland is 21.
21. So they
But-
age out at 21. Animals don't age out.
Yeah.
I mean, these kids need homes. And the thing is, and it's like you said before, the ones that don't get adopted, God forbid nothing bad happens, but you never know. They could end up homeless.
Yeah.
They could end up in addiction. The mental health is definitely, or the mental illnesses,
Yeah.
I said, definitely.
And they're also at a higher risk for trafficking.
The
Oh,
100%.
very. Yeah.
Because
And
no
we're
one will
in one
miss
of the
them.
highest
Yeah.
areas for
Yes.
human
It's
trafficking.
Yes.
awful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and just imagine just aging out without a forever family. It breaks my heart. And
I
so
can't
I,
imagine.
because I can't take them all in my house, like I went shifting gears to be their forever family. Because it is tough. And like I said, I have, my girls, one is adopted, one chose not to, but she is our daughter. She's our family. And one is 20 and we're working on adopting her. And Harford County has really never done that before. You would think it would be easy to adopt an adult. The laws are changing October 1st, so it will be easier. But even to adopt an adult, you need to find their parents.
Wow.
So yeah, and we actually know her parents, and her parents support her being adopted by us. My husband and I are very big into just growing family, and that it's okay for kids to have two families.
Yeah.
And we are all about their biological families and supporting them in any way we can. And hers are very much on board, but laws are the laws, and there are things getting in our way. So, but starting October 1st, there is a new law that says if you are over 18, you do not need that anymore. So hopefully that will help
Makes
some
sense.
people.
You're an adult.
Right. Hopefully, because no matter your age, I mean, even when we adopted our daughter at 17, they couldn't remember the last time they had an adoption at that age.
Wow.
And often teenagers, I will say, when my husband and I got into this, we didn't think we would adopt because we had heard most teenagers at that point have given up on that, right?
Yeah.
They don't necessarily want to be adopted, and we don't take any of that personally. But when our daughter came home and said, she literally looked at me one day and said, "Mom, how do you feel about adoption?" I said, of a cat? And I was joking with her. And she was like, no, like if there was a kid you really, really liked, she said to me.
Aww.
And I was like, I would consider it. Why? Who needs adopting? And she was like, Mom, would you adopt me? And I was like, of course we would adopt you.
God, I would have started
I know. And, so of course. And so, like I said, she has forever been in our lives and we are very close. Actually, currently right now, her biological grandmother and biological brother are visiting from California. They're staying at our house for 2 weeks. So they're at the house right now. They were sleeping when I left this morning.
Are they helping with the construction?
Oh, no.
Oh.
I had to clean.
Oh, my goodness,
I had to clean up the construction so they could have room
Put
to
'em to
stay.
work.
Yeah. Have room to stay. But yeah, that's really special to us. Like kids shouldn't feel forced to love one over the other, right?
No.
Like it's just all.
Maybe that's why my son doesn't come over as much.
Put him to work.
Put him to work.
Yeah, you're always.
Your son's always welcome at my house.
You going to put him to work?
No.
Oh.
He can sit and play video games with.
You don't want that. You
my
got food?
guys. Always.
Oh,
Always.
never mind then.
I went to her
always
office.
cook.
You should see all the snacks in her snack bin. Her son must have eaten like 4 packs of fruit snacks, like 3 granola bars.
Oh, yeah.
She's got hidden wine in there. I know where to go.
I have not so hidden wine, too. I have. There's
True.
scotch. There's wine.
Her
There's
little
some vodka
office.
right now.
Yeah, hey,
Some seltzer vodka.
it's a fun place to be.
There's also water and soda. It's not all about the alcohol.
Yeah, I know.
And coffee. There's lots of coffee.
See?
So much coffee.
Nah, never mind.
I have people that come by the office like every week, every other
Every
week.
time
just
I've been
to
by the
unwind.
office, you haven't been there.
That's not my problem. You didn't text me.
I was trying to surprise you. If
I'm
I
at
texted
events like
you, I
this.
wouldn't be able to surprise you, would I?
I'm at events like this.
Yeah, whatever. No, I'm not feeling a little.
I'm sorry, I'm busy.
Sorry. I can always stop by some other market or place. I guarantee you they would invite me in. But I wouldn't do that. Still love you.
Go ahead, go try.
What?
Go ahead, go try.
No, that's okay. No. Mm-mm.
I'll give you a key to my
I
office.
can't do that. I can't do that to Mitchell.
Okay, good.
To you, that's another story.
I know.
But I can't do it to Mitchell.
I know. I still love you. It's fine.
Whatever. All right. So where would you like to see shifting gears in 5 years?
Oh, all the dreams that I just said, I want them done. I would love us to be, I would like multiple counties in our area all giving kids as they age out our information to come right to us. Again, I want it to be this great community space. I want it to be a safe space. I want it to be vibrant and beautiful and, like I said, spaces for when people are doing really well, right? That they can still come, but then also this emergency homeless shelter and these people with similar trauma experiences helping each other, because I think within their community, they can help each other too. And just everyone helping, because again, these people are living in our area, right? We don't want homeless, right? We don't love seeing homeless people in our county. So let's get them off the streets. Let's help them now before it's too late, because it does get to a point that there is a time that
County's got a lot of help.
we do more than we're willing to admit sometimes. And mental health plays a big role, and we need to get them help and feeling safe as soon as possible. We do have a behavioral health specialist on the board too, which is an amazing resource for us to get people what they need.
Right.
So that they can be stable. These kids want to be independent.
Yeah.
They want to do for themselves, but there are things that are getting in their way. So dream big in 5 years. I hope we have our place. I hope we have an emergency shelter. I would love to have housing for the girls and guys, and just really thriving in a community space that, maybe eventually it's, any young adults can come hang out too, but really a safe space first for people that have been in and out of care. But then there's plenty of kids that have been not in and out of care, but have had the same trauma experiences, right? And a safe space for them too. So we're really excited to grow and help, and we love this community in Harford County. We are going to expand, letting Cecil County know, Baltimore County know, Baltimore City, that the space is available to their kids too. Kids, and I say kids, but young adults as well.
Something very important, even though you already said it. tell everybody listening where they can go to make a donation.
Yes.
There is a donate button on the website.
Yes, there is.
There
There is a donate button.
I'm not the website person.
Mitchell. There is a donate button. So it's shiftinggearsmd.org. And maybe one day we'll expand, but we put the MD because it could be Mason-Dixon, not just Maryland. So we could have multiple.
Or it could be multiple districts.
It could be multiple districts. There's so many things. But we needed the MD. That was what's available, people. But check us out there. Check us out on social media.
Yeah.
Facebook, Shifting Gears Inc. I think we're Shifting Gears Inc. on social media, on Facebook, but on Instagram, which is new. I'm just learning Instagram. Shifting_gears_MD. So definitely check us out. There's plenty of ways to in-kind donations, monetary donations, time donations. We need it all. Nothing. Time is huge. Especially again, if we get our new place, we're going to need help cleaning it up, fixing it up, doing all the things. So, and skills you have from, willing to donate an hour of interior design, or you're a plumber and an hour we could use your help, or like I said, old teachers that have retired that can tutor, like any skill you have, we could probably use somehow.
I have a funny feeling. Well, I know when you retire, you said in 10 years?
Yeah, I know.
In 10 years, this will be going full blast, and Nicole will already start working there
she's better
full time.
working.
I want to say this year.
Yeah.
I think it's going to take off. It's needed.
It's so needed.
And I'm hoping anybody listening, I hope there's a developer or somebody that's listening that can find the land to where you can put little plots.
Which we do have land.
Yeah, we do.
We have it.
There's plenty of land out there.
Yeah.
And again, businesses that are willing to support us foundations, we would love to work together with people. We are open. So please reach out to us. Our email is shiftinggearsmd@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you and hear your ideas too. We are open and flexible.
Do you have any questions for her?
Oh, no, I talk to her all the time.
Oh.
I text her probably too much sometimes.
No, this has been great, and I appreciate you giving us time to get our message out there.
Oh, let's just start. This is just the first time.
I can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait.
Maybe
we'll bring Jennifer next time.
Wait a minute, which Jennifer? My niece?
Yes, your niece.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, come on.
Look, Robin co-hosts with me sometimes.
She does.
Did have Jennifer?
Jennifer's working on a fun travel basket for our basket bingo. People are going to want to win that prize because, they do it. Those women, they know how to.
Jennifer will give me a hard time.
They know how to make beautiful
things.
And
if Michelle's here too?
Yeah.
No.
I'll be nice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we need to come back.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Conversations with Rich Bennett. I hope you enjoyed today's episode and learned something from it as I did. If you'd like to hear more conversations like this, be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. And if you have a moment, I'd love it if you could leave a review. It helps us reach more listeners and share more incredible stories. Don't forget to connect with us on social media or visit our website at conversationswithrichbennett.com for updates, giveaways, and more. Until next time, take care, be kind, and keep the conversations going. It takes a lot to put a podcast together. And my sponsors help out a lot, but I also have some supporters that actually help me when it comes to the editing software, the hosting, and so forth. There's a lot that goes into putting this together. So I want to thank them. And if you can, please visit their websites, visit their businesses, support them however you can. So please visit the following. Full Circle Boards. Nobody does charcuterie like Full Circle Boards. Visit them at fullcircleboards.com. Sincerely Sawyer Photography. Live in the moment. They'll capture it. Visit them at sincerelysawyer.com.
The Harford County Health Department can help eligible pregnant women and children with low to average incomes get free health insurance through the Maryland Children's Health Program. Call 410-877-1040. That's 410-877-1040.